Today we will be solving question number 12. The question says use namespace project tiger for the following. Create a deployment name deploy important with label id equal to very important. The pods should have this label and 3 replicas. It should contain a container with image nginx 1.17.6 alpine. There should be only ever one pod of the deployment running on one worker node. We have two nodes, kind control plane and kind worker. Because the deployment has 3 replicas, the result should be that on both nodes, one pod is running. The third pod won't be scheduled unless a new worker node will be added. In this way, we kind of simulate the behavior of a daemon set, but using a deployment and a fixed number of replicas. So let's get started. We should first create a namespace, create ns project tiger, and then create a deployment. And we'll be using anti-affinity pod here. So let's get to our Kubernetes documentation. Pod anti-affinity. We will be selecting assigning pods to nodes, and in here we'll go to into pod node name. Actually not node name, but let's go above. This is the one, more practical use cases, and we'll copy this manifest file. Copy vim in the temp folder q12.yaml. We'll paste this, go to our question, create a deployment with the name of deploy important. Name is deploy important. The namespace is project tiger. Labels are id very important. This is the label we will be using for the deployment and also for the pods. So let's copy this, copy here. We'll use the same labels also here. Also we are using 3 replicas as per the question, and we have the required during scheduling, ignored during execution. This is an affinity, and this is pod anti-affinity. For the label selectors, we'll be using id. In operator is in, value is, we'll use value very important. The topology key is kubernetes.io/hostname. For the containers, we'll use the same, very important. There is no mention but for the name of the container, but let's give it a name. Yeah, we should give it a name of deploy important. Okay, for the image we will be using nginx image. Okay, now that's pretty much it. Now let's save and quit. Let's apply. Created k get all minus n project tiger. As you can see, these two are running in the running state, and the one of them is in pending state. So let me get, let's just give it po for pods, and minus n, no sorry, minus o wide. So as we can see, this one is running on the kind worker and this one is running on kind control plane. So we have completed our question. Thanks for joining.